Welcome to Monday's Momentum. I am still fidgeting around trying to find the perfect, spot. I have something absolutely amazing for you guys. This one here is my quarterly marketing guide, Become the Go-To Neighborhood Realtor. And we're going to walk through this in today's Monday Momentum because I want you to really see what is in this guide step by step. I've been releasing it starting this year. So this one is actually the fourth guide I released. And yes, I'm planning on continuing on bringing you guys this free quarterly marketing guide. If you already have it, make sure you let people know what your thoughts are on this guide. If you do not have it and you want it, make sure you're going to drop newsletter down below. And I'm going to try and find my little banner. Hold on. I had to write it. Caps are on. Oh, well, could be worse, right? There you go. All right. Comment newsletter below to get your guide. It is a free marketing guide, so make sure you drop that in and we'll get the link over to you, and I'll also share it at the end. So what's in the free marketing guide? Let me pull it up and we're going to walk through it step by step so you can really see why I put it together. In it, you're also going to find the top 3 lead pillars that are going to be working in this market. The market is shifting. You guys are seeing things to slow down. And chances are, who is a little bit worried about where your next paycheck is going to come from? Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys, our market is slowing down. And seeing how people are starting to worry about things like recession and housing and all of this is a little bit worrisome to a lot of people, right? So we really want to make sure that we have a plan in place, and I am covering three lead gen sources in which I talk about what is going to be working and what we will be spending a lot of the time on over the next 3 months. Now, you guys know the calm before the storm, right? The calm before the storm is one of those things where you want to position yourself for massive impact once we're there. Okay. Bootcamp just wrapped up. The bootcamp was amazing. I've had a ton of fun and we've really impacted so many people in it. It was awesome. So stay tuned for more to come on that end for sure. Like, we'll recap the bootcamp and everything. And if you missed it, we're going to have a new kickoff bootcamp in January, but this is it for the year. All right, let me get my screen shared so you guys can see the marketing guide. Let's see, there it is. All right, everybody can see this, I hope. Wonderful. Let's walk through. Let me make it bigger. All right, let me make sure my screen is still up. Feel free to comment below if you can see this one. I hope it looks like it's taken over. Perfect. So the Hyperlocal Real Estate Agent Marketing Guide came together as I saw the need for people to really have direction on what to do step by step every single month. And I know we always look at our business on, oh, what do I want to do the year? But when it comes down to planning, make sure you plan by the quarter. So this one here is the October through December guide. If you do not have my book, Success with Real Estate Mailers, I highly suggest you check it out on Amazon. You do have it available there, ships with free shipping, and I reveal a lot of cool stuff in it. All right, so I do have a letter in there to my hyperlocal warriors, and like you guys, I'm an agent and I understand there's a lot of uncertainty, right? And I understand people are scared and people might actually start thinking about pulling back. And I'm here to tell you, please don't pull back. It happened during COVID, where people pulled back because they were scared. But especially in this day and age we're in, we need to figure out ways to lean in. And there are, again, 3 sources of business that are working right now that I'm going to cover in this quarterly newsletter. And I really want you to ask the question, are you leaning in or checking out? I know the holidays are around the corner. Like, I get that. I actually have, family like things happening myself. I understand that, but I'm not ready to pull back, because if I pull back, I'm going to feel that in early 2023. So right now it's a lot of things like cleaning up the business. And I really want to make sure your pipeline stays well and your sphere. Okay, so combining sphere and your pipeline is super important right now. All right, so October, like I said, don't check out quite yet. For us over here, like personally, I am gearing up to the biggest month in my business. For October, I will be hosting 3 fire station open houses at the local fire stations in my town. I'll be hosting a neighborhood event. I'll be hosting my client appreciation party. And in addition to my child's birthday party, and of course, Halloween. So October, I am going to go all out, and it has a purpose. So really make sure that you're spending the time right now in the fall to recharge yourself as well, okay? And visibility is huge. So the mastermind right here for October is focusing on 3 different events around Halloween. So if you have not selected anything for Halloween, if you're thinking, is there still time, make sure you join us inside the mastermind. The 3 events I'm going to reveal to you on Thursday, this Thursday, are going to be amazing. You can join the mastermind, and we'll drop the link in the comments. Let me actually do that right now before I forget. But the mastermind is one of the things I started, and I was planning on increasing it, but it is still $7 for the mastermind. It is by far the most amazing group of people that I get to pour into, get to inspire. And if you are able to host an event in your farm, and you guys know, if I say event, I'm not saying thousands of dollars out the door, right? My events are so cost effective that it really makes sense to get them put together in less than a week. And that's the nice thing, right? So make sure you check out some of that stuff. So for October, I talk a lot about different ways of reaching out. So for October, for example, I talk about note cards. I want you to really lean into your sphere and figure out, how can I connect with them? Go look on their social media, what's been happening with them. Pull up your past client roster, right? Go through them step by step and make sure that you just sent them a simple card. And please don't put your business card in there. Be a human being. We'll talk about videos. Don't be the seller that lost equity because they waited too long, right? Everything is currently on a downward curve across the country. So you really want to make sure that you point out, yes, we are going down, but we're still way, way, way ahead. How long will it take for my house to sell? That's a good video to shoot right now. Finding the perfect home for under X amount of money. There is a certain sweet spot in every marketplace that I'm talking to agents to, where things are still selling with multiple offers. Find that sweet spot. 3 top Halloween events in your area. Highlight a couple of things hyper locally. I also talk about the October event. Obviously, again, you have the link right down here for the mastermind. And then I love our partner over at Elevated Agent. So they have a local community guide that we have already implemented for 2 of our towns, and they are awesome. So if you're looking to add value, maybe spend some time creating a local guide for people, and then you can also use them in your videos, okay? This is an easy, easy way. Let's move on to November. In November, yes, the pie event, right? Now you might be wondering, is this really it, or are there more deals to be had? And I tell you, there are more deals to be had. People are making moves, and they will continue to make a move, maybe a little less, but it's up to you to really find these people. So October was a lot more about your sphere. Now here in November, I'm asking you to look at different price ranges. Again, we already highlighted a little bit about price ranges that are selling like hotcakes. Look at those. If these deals are around, why are you not getting a piece of the pie? And of course, for November, yes, we're talking November, the Thanksgiving pie event. If this is yours, I highly suggest you head over to bit.ly, get templates now, because our friends at Elevated Agents have created an entire ultimate pie event guide, which comes with everything. Everything, I tell you, there's just so much stuff. Of course, we have video suggestions, Sprite and turkey, right? I found a recipe where you literally put Sprite in a turkey. Crazy, but everybody swears by it, and it supposedly tastes really good. You can also talk about, will this be your last Thanksgiving at the house when people are considering to move, right? What to expect next year in real estate. Again, be careful, don't to give exact advice, but you can also go out there and give, what experts are saying. Just paraphrase them. It's an easy way. Find 3 experts and paraphrase them of what they predict. And maybe you want to add your 2 cents at the end if you're confident enough about that. And top 3 donation services in your area to declutter your home. This is valuable content for them. November, I do want you to really make sure you have your lead generation set when it comes to your sphere of influence. People that you've done business with and people that you consider, your friends and family members to purchase. Remember, your friends might not necessarily see you as the expert if you get drunk at their Christmas party. Okay, make sure you set yourself up as seriously somebody they will value and say, oh my gosh, you know what? Every time I see or hear you, like, you are through and through a professional that I want to do business with. And we do that with our business builder box for our past clients and our sphere. So we want to make sure that you have all the info. It's at mybusinessbuilderbox.com. And then we got here, again, a shout out to the mastermind. It is mandatory cleanup to just get some things done, right? And map out what you want to do. Surround yourself with where you want to be at. I'm a big believer in that. I'm currently working on getting everything straightened out in my life here. My office, my basement was on the agenda yesterday. My office at the office is still on the list, because the better organized I am, the more mindful I can make my decisions. And I know when it's time to, do the next thing, move up to the next level. So make sure your environment really is set up for you to grow. Then we got December. In December, obviously everybody is thinking holidays, right? And I want you to think about a new lead gen pillar. I want you to think about getting a list of investors collected. We're currently laying the groundwork of that inside the Mailer Clinic as I speak. So what are you going to do to get yourself a new bucket of buyers? Because not everybody is willing to buy right now. A lot of buyers got priced out of the market. A lot of buyers are scared to buy. But what about people that have equity that are saying, you know what, maybe now it's a perfect time to get into these, into the rental portfolio market? You also want to make sure that you are finding people that have enough money. We're talking investors. We're also talking about people that have no choice, such as people whose rent has been increased for so much that they're saying, I can't continue on paying this rent payment. What about people that got divorced, relocation, right? Foreclosure. There are people out there that need to make a move for 2023, regardless of what the market is going to do. And you need to figure out how can you position yourself as that go-to resource where they come for advice. For December, we want to make sure your holiday cards are going out. And December videos, right? 20 places to meet Santa this season, 5 best Christmas place settings, how to tell your kids you're selling the house, Christmas messages from you and your team. All these are easy once-a-week video ideas that you can utilize. As for the event, how about pictures with Santa? How about a chocolate bar? Get creative and see if this is something that you can do and get out there. And then for our December highlight, with our partner, we have the 100 social media stories. So if you are looking for an easy way to just get done with social media, remember, social media is not your full-time job. You are not a social media manager. You're not a social media business strategist. You are an agent. Get it done, move on with life. This is not the stuff we want to be busy with, okay? All right, so you always have a link to all my resources at the end of it, so you can dive deeper if you need. And of course, we're gonna have a new bootcamp starting in January. We just finished the last one and it was amazing. And the next one is going to be hosted in January, and I can't wait to kick that one off. Now, this one here is just a quick reminder. I do have the local Facebook group in which you guys are in. I also have a podcast. Make sure you listen in on this one. And if you are knowing of somebody that can be in the trenches with you, make sure you invite them. Make sure that you are having an accountability partner inside the group. So hopefully you found this helpful. This is an overview of what everything that the newsletter has to hold. And we'll make sure we get those newsletter comments answered right away to make sure you have our quota for a newsletter. And happy Monday, build momentum, and please remember, don't stop quite yet. It's the calm before the storm, and it's time to prepare ourselves and our businesses for a massive increase in production for 2023. So if you have any questions, make sure you use the group as always, and I will check in with all of you guys later this week.